Welcome in, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mark with the Better Mark, and let's get into the exciting June 18th. We have a full slate in Major League Baseball. The NBA Finals have concluded, and we did get the brooms out yesterday. So congratulations to all of you that tailed. I know some of the baseball picks have been volatile, but whenever we get an opportunity to sweep the board, and albeit we can add to that the parlay of the day that we coupled them all together. I know it was done in my car, so forgive me for not having the production. I know a lot of people probably clicked off the video, to be honest, because they want to see it more in the style and just not a talking head. So, but that was yesterday. Really, really strong performance. It was a shorter card as well, so I didn't really do a lot of picks. But I have 5 best bets in today's games and a moneyline parlay of the day that, quite frankly, I like a lot. So I will be betting that. And also, just so you guys are aware, the NHL Stanley Cup Finals is on as well at 8 o'clock. So great day for sports. Let's get into it, all right? But first, like I tell you guys all the time, I don't charge for picks. So all I request is that you guys smash the like button, watch the video to the end, and subscribe to the channel. They're all totally free to do. Also, we have a Discord server that is up and running. Very strong community over there. I appreciate it if you guys all go and sign up there as well. Also, I will be doing a little bit of a giveaway for my 5,000th subscriber. That's something I have planned in the card. So make sure you guys are all subscribed, and then we'll talk a little further on how I'm going to run that later on down the road. Okay, but that's what we have for the announcements and kind of what happened yesterday. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, you'll see me talking using oddsjam. Okay. Check it out. There's a link down below in the description. Make sure you guys all sign up using my promo code TBM for 35% off your month or week. It's really changed and sped up my sports betting for how I use it. Once football season comes around and NBA regular season, there is a fantasy element to it for me and what I do. But for baseball, for props, I know it's kind of a lull season right now as we just have baseball. It really, truly is invaluable. So make sure you guys all check it out. And as well as the arbitrage kind of avenue you can take. One of those, that feature within the oddsjam is really, really awesome if you have a lot of those books available to you. So check it out. Links down below. Promo code is TBM. Okay, appreciate you guys. And let's get into that first game, St. Louis and Miami. We were on the Cardinals yesterday. Edge went out in extra innings. And today we have the likes of Lance Lynn going against Roddery Munez. Love the Cardinals. Lance Lynn has been one of the better pitchers that we've seen in the major leagues. Kind of quietly dropped his ERA a little bit and getting it done for the veteran pitcher out there. Don't really have too much of a feel for this one. The Marlins, as you guys all know that watch my show every day and you follow my picks, the Marlins are on one of those lists that they just seem to be the team that bites me every single week, every day that I bet them for that matter. Okay. I always tell the story when they started out the year really sluggish and they had 3 wins on the season. I think all 3 of those wins out of like 20 were against were on days that I bet against them. So cheers to the Marlins, almost getting it done in extra innings. I would lean towards the Cardinals and Lance Lynn, but no play for me in this contest. All right, Nick Lodolo and Bailey Falter for Pirates and the Reds matchup. Okay, this is where we kind of get into these divisional games, rivalry games. You see it with Cleveland and Detroit, Boston, New York. Just weird stuff can happen. Okay, there's an overwhelming amount of money on the Reds. Nick Lodolo, 7-2, 2.93 ERA. I wanted to bet this one minus 20 on the road. I think that's a very good value play. Cincinnati's dropped their last 3 games, so playing these divisional games back to back to back, it gets a little bit. You get in a different kind of a zone from a baseball standpoint. So will be interesting to see what Cincy does on the road, Bailey Falter, and how that all shakes out. All right, but Pittsburgh, they took care of business yesterday against Cincy, winning 4-1. Kind of the opposite for me. We had the under in that game. I liked Skeens on the mound, so I do look for Cincy to bounce back. Right now, a lot of people are having trouble hitting Skeens for that strong rookie campaign that he's having. Shout out to all you guys that have the any rookie of the year consideration bets for Paul Skeens. I know that him getting called up, it was a little bit different, so you kind of got into that market later. So there was some value to be had if you got down that road. Okay, but no bet for me in this. If I were going to play it, it would definitely be Reds. That would be a very strong lean. So next one, Padres Phillies. This is something where we are going to back the Phillies in the money line parlay of the day. Something weird is happening with this line, in my opinion. All right, Aaron Nola is pitching. He had a bad outing last time out. He's going against Michael King, and quite frankly, I just really truly think that Phillies are going to destroy Michael King from a offensive standpoint. All right, if anything, this over is going to be unbelievable. Okay, we have Brandon Marsh also and Trey Turner back in the lineup for the Phillies at home. We all know the home versus road splits for the Phillies. This one is jumping off the page. Oh my God, let's play the Phillies. And for some reason, we're only getting a minus 140 price out there in the market. It's the best number you can find. That's way too cheap for me. It's a little fishy. It makes me think that somebody knows something about the Padres or something about Aaron Nola's health or something that's going to, cause this number to shift, because right now I just don't see it. Okay, I just don't see it. If you're a home bettor on the Phillies, this is something where you're very profitable just in general. But now we look at this game, I see the potential for a lot of runs, obviously. I think that Michael King is, going to have his issues, going to have his hands full against his Phillies lineup. But it's something where I don't understand why we're seeing this number so low. I'm actually going to click on it because I'm curious what the other books are. Okay, so this is what oddsjam will do, guys. It'll add all your sports books. You can filter and sort and add through these, and then find the markets that you're looking for on your phone, on your app. It just saves you the hassle of logging into 7 different sports books trying to find the best number. And really, if you like, for example, if you want to play nrfi's, no runs first inning. Just for example, I'm kind of doing this off the cuff. First inning total runs, you pull up that market here, and you can see the discrepancy that you can get in these ball games. Okay, it's not so bad here, but let's say you only use DraftKings, you're paying $1.25 for the no-run first inning. Where if you're using oddsjam on FanDuel, you can get it at plus 100. So if you're betting, $1,200 to win $1,000, okay. That saves you about $200 just by using the best number available, and that's the beauty of oddsjam. Not too much of an extreme case, but this is very much what I use it for every single day. Because if you don't use it for this, you're just losing money, and if you lose that bet, then you're paying too much for a losing ticket. So just a thought. So make sure you guys check out that link. All right. So, not playing nrfi, I just was using that as an example. However, I do like the Phillies, and I didn't put them on my card because something just smells. I'd like to bang them, but this is just something where something's a little fishy in this game, this number, where we're seeing, like here, like I said, it's minus 140. This is about right. So minus 141 is only going to be for some of these books that aren't readily available. Okay, so this is this KUTT. I don't think anybody uses that. Okay, but for some reason, FanDuel has had some really good numbers lately, and it's usually not the case for me. They had that issue where you could not. I think it was on Sunday. You could not bet on FanDuel. Okay, their baseball games were locked until the late evening. All right, but right now they kind of have the best number too. You could take FanDuel minus 148. That's a pretty good price. I would take minus 48 with the Phillies, okay? But I'm going to leave them off just because I think something weird's going on, and we'll go from there. But I do like the over in that spot, but they will be in the money line parlay of the day as well. All right, Tristan McKenzie, Bryce Miller, Guardians, Mariners. Let's do it, right? This one goes out to the fact that the Guardians didn't play today. So just for shits and giggles, I'm just simply putting them on my card today as a home team. Sometimes I do that stuff off feel. It doesn't really matter about the baseball. It's more of a kind of a logistic bet, okay? And that's just how I feel about it. So I'm taking Cleveland against Seattle. I think it's a coin flip game. But give me Cleveland at home all day with even money. Look for McKenzie to have a good, strong performance, and hopefully he keeps his fastball down. Okay. Next play out there is Diamondbacks and the Nationals. It's Nats or nothing. Nothing for me, though, in this game. Slade Cecconi and Jake Irvin. This is a true fade on Cecconi, one of the worst pitchers in baseball from a pitching metric standpoint. So if you want to play Nationals, play them alternate. Play them straight up, whatever you want to do. It's Nationals or nothing, okay? And then one of the primetime games, 7 o'clock, we have the Orioles and Yankees. This is Yankees or nothing for me. Albert Suarez going against Nestor Cortez. I also think we're going to see a lot of runs. The over 8.5 is already juiced. They're playing in the Yankee Stadium. It's blistering hot. It's humid. The balls are going to be flying. The Orioles have a very strong hard hit ball rate when it comes to hitting lefties. You look into some of the numbers deeper, and you can see that the long ball is definitely going to be in play for both squads, despite Albert Suarez's low ERA. It's just different when the Yankees are at home. You just can, you start throwing anything over 90 miles per hour in that stadium. You put the bat on the baseball, and just let the pitcher supply the power, and that ball kind of takes care of itself. So. With the weather the way it is, and the Yankees and the Orioles swinging the bats like they are, this is going to be definitely on my card. One of my favorite plays of the day. A little contrarian, but we are going over 8.5 minus 128. So that will be an official play for me. Also, I do like the Yankees on the money line. Okay, so that will be kind of a double play for that. A lot of the props that I would end up betting would be in that game as well. Okay. Next one is Red Sox and Blue Jays. This is an over for me as well, but I'm not going to bet it. It's Red Sox in the over. It's a coin flip. Over 7.5, I think, in this Blue Jays Red Sox game. Looks very, very good. Tanner Houck's one of my favorite pitchers to bet on. He really shuts down teams, but sometimes it just gets out of hand once his job is done. So with Chris Bassett going, I could see this game going over. I like the fact that it's at 7.5 and not 8.5. So this is an overplay for me, but I will not be betting it. It's Red Sox and the over or nothing. Okay. If you want to also get into something very interesting, take the Tanner Houck under earned runs. I like that as well. Okay. Next game, Tigers, Braves. Braves got it done. That's why we didn't bet them yesterday, because they got it done, I think, 2-1 or 1-0. And I don't want to lose any games against the Tigers. So if the Tigers were able to scratch a few over, then that ends up being a losing ticket. I just don't trust the fact that the Braves can always put up a goose egg. So I stayed away from that game, although they did get it done on the money line. And you can still get them at $1.52 here with Spencer Schwellenbach, their young rookie, going for them on the mound. So no play for me. All right. Tampa and the Twins. This is one where, for me, it's going to be the Twins or nothing, but this is something where I'm staying away from this game. Aaron Savali's tough pitcher to handicap. He can throw a gem, or he can get beat around the yard. So I didn't like this one from the start, so I crossed it off the card, but it's Twins or nothing. All right. Mets and the Rangers. Wow, are the Mets playing some baseball? Okay. And what's the most important glaring thing for me in this game is the Texas Rangers are not. Losing 4 of their last 5. The Mets have won 5 out of their last 5. And now we have a kind of a duel with Michael Lorenzen and Luis Severino. It's Mets or nothing. If you look at the Mets, what they were able to do against Texas yesterday, winning 14-2 in the, I keep wanting to say the, I think it was the ballpark at Arlington, but now they have some advertiser name on it, so forget about it. I'm not even going to go try to figure out which one that is. But we would be interested in this, okay? I do think that we could see some runs in this game, but the plus, basically even money on taking the Mets is very juicy, very appealing. That almost made my card. So if you guys are looking for a game, Mets, Rangers, take the Mets in that contest, okay? In kind of, honestly, a nrfi candidate as well. I would go down that list. Okay, and then we go Giants, Cubs. This is a no-runs first inning play for me. I love this for a no-run first inning with the Giants and the Cubs. The only reason I don't like it is because the Cubs have been basically no-runs first inning in every single game since we started doing it on the channel. So I definitely love the no-run first inning in the Cubs San Fran game. That's one of the plays that I'll be on as we get closer to 8 o'clock. All right, Logan Webb, Justin Steele. Also, I am taking the Giants on the money line, plus 100. That's something that I truly, truly like. anytime you get Logan Webb around even money, I know it's not necessarily Cy Young form, Logan Webb, but he's still very serviceable, very effective. 3.02 or your ERA, and this is more of a play against the Cubbies. All right, I don't trust their bullpen. I don't trust them in this situation where I think the Giants are going to be a little bit more. I think they're going to hit the baseball a little bit better on the road than the Cubs are going to do in this game. So we take taking the Giants money line plus 101. Okay, then we get into the Houston and White Sox game. Framber Valdez, very much a shell of himself in comparison to recent times, going against Jonathan Cannon. Quite frankly, the White Sox are absolutely abysmal. All right, 19 wins on the season, and some of their numbers, where you look into, I know they're a different team with Luis Robert back in the lineup, but when you look in their numbers and you just really break it down how bad they actually are, it's very much giving me the indication and case that I can make that there's no reason you should ever bet on them unless it's a weird spot. Okay, so I think we could see, a blowout for Houston. But like I said, I took Houston the other day in a spot where Verlander usually excels, and I think they lost like 10-0 to the Tigers. So it's a team that I don't necessarily like handicapping, but I do like them in this spot. So they will be in the money line parlay of the day. I just don't have the stones to put them in a run line pick. So that's where I'm at within that one. Okay, Dodgers, same thing. If you want to back it, do it, because I'm doing it, right? I don't trust Walker Buehler, but I trust the Dodgers to really destroy and dismantle left-handed pitching. So Austin Gomber, looking for him to get blown up a little bit. And, it's kind of funny seeing Walker Buehler pitching as an ace on the best team in baseball a couple years ago. Now he's a 1-4 pitcher with a 5 ERA. So play on the Dodgers. I stayed up, watched that game last night. When their lineup shows those signs of promise, you can understand why the Dodgers are the World Series favorite on the season. So pretty easy for me to take this bet. I know they're in Coors Field, but Colorado really struggles. Okay, I guess, how should I say this? It's not so much a struggle at home, but with teams that I've picked up on, like the Dodgers, it's going to be really hard for them to stop the Dodgers from scoring, and I just don't see them coming within two, even though Walker Buehler's on the mound. And the Dodgers have the best, one of the best kind of, I guess, records or averages or whatever metrics you want to say against left-handed pitching. So this one actually is one of my favorite plays of the day. I don't really rank my picks in terms of confidence, but I will tell you guys a little bit along the way. So I really do like the Dodgers run line and the Yankees over. Those are kind of two ones that I'm kind of keen on for this evening. All right. 2 games left, and they're 2 games that we will not have plays. Brewers, Angels, I can't really figure that one out. Interleague's kind of tough sometimes, just going to be honest with you guys. But we have Tobias Myers going against Griffin Canning. It's Brew Crew or nothing. Canning's been horrible this year, so that's where I'm at within that game. And Kansas City and the Athletics, it's anyone's idea. Kansas City's been showing some signs of regression, but when we look in this game, it's this weird spot. They're playing out in Oakland. What does Oakland have to play for anymore? The numbers aren't even really up for this game. You can see we have a number of minus 126 for the Royals. It just jumps off the page as, oh my God, let's play the Royals. How are they only $1.25 against the Athletics? Well, that's kind of what we're looking at. It really doesn't make sense either. So if you want to say anything, it's Alec Marsh, not their best pitcher, not their worst, but he is going for the Royals, and they were coming off of a West Coast trip where they played the Dodgers and winning one of the 3 games. They're coming off of a stretch where they played, Indians, Mariners, Yankees, and then the Dodgers. So a little bit of a reprieve. We'll see what happens. Losing 2 out of 3 against the Dodgers, I think they're going to be motivated. This game, quite frankly, almost made my card. For some reason, I just don't trust betting against the Athletics in the spot, so no play for me as well. All right, let's get down into the rundown. Sorry this one went on a little bit longer, but sometimes in the morning when I don't fully have my coffee, I can kind of ramble a little bit, so forgive me. For those of you that wanted to basically click off and not watch me, apologies to you guys, but for the ones that stuck around, thank you. All right, and make sure you guys are all subscribed down below. Like I said, picks are totally free. Best thing you can do for us here on YouTube is hit that subscribe button and smash that like button. All right, so my 5 best bets. Full disclosure, when I do these best bets, sometimes I'll tell you guys, hey, I'm going to bet them straight. I'm going to parlay them all. And then sometimes, I will play possibly 3, 4, or 5. I don't necessarily play each and every one of them every single day. These are just my best picks, okay? These are my picks that I'm giving out. Sometimes I bet them, sometimes I don't. But when I do play these, I will let you know what capacity usually. I don't rank them by confidence because I don't want to piss a lot of people off if I tell you guys, hey, this is my 5th best pick, my best pick of the day, and then it ends up not hitting, and then my least confident pick ends up winning, and then I look like an idiot. So I don't rank them in terms of that, but this is kind of how I am. Today I kind of let it out of the bag a little bit, telling you guys which ones I like the best, but a little different. Okay, so a little recap. We got Cleveland on the money line. Shop around, find the best number available. Love that pick. Dodgers on the run line. Giants money line, plus 101. I took that one. New York Yankees money line, minus 139, and the Yankees over. So when it comes to this Yankees money line and the Yankees over, let's get into some betting philosophy, okay? It's never good to parlay. You will lose more money than you will win unless you hit a multi-million-dollar lottery ticket, picking 50 teams, and then you can lose the rest of your life and still be up. Okay, but if you're generally an everyday parlay guy, you can probably tell them, you think you're up, but over the course of a whole season, you're gonna end up losing money. I can guarantee you that. I bet parlays for different reasons. Yesterday, I cashed some tickets, so I got about $2,000 in my account that I didn't really have. So that's an opportunity where I call them fun coupons. I'm up some money. Instead of just me taking that money and spending it, I'll put $100, put a fun coupon, and mix some teams up and try to hit another lottery ticket. Okay, but that's basically how I was viewing it. Futures ticket. That's the beauty of futures tickets. Within when you bet futures is like I bet some NBA markets before the finals started, and with the finals concluding, those tickets cash, and then you wake up to a nice little number. But nonetheless, that's kind of my philosophy. So when I do play same games, it just depends. Take advantage of your bonuses. With like FanDuel, for example, will offer 30% same game parlays. Take advantage of that 100%. If you don't, you're missing out on value. They're basically giving you 30 cents on the dollar at least. I mean, it's just a crazy, crazy value. And free bets, that's another good thing to talk about. If you have a free bet, don't use your $50 free bet on minus 140, a minus 140 play. Get the best value you can get for it. You should not be taking a free bet for anything less than 2-1. And me personally, I usually use my free bets on stuff that are awards winners. So I'll bet awards winners, or I'll do like a parlay for championships. Okay, so those are kind of things that I do with my free bets. Don't use them on minus 140s. Okay, it's a huge loss of value. The sports books, quite frankly, are hoping that you do that. All right, them giving you those free bets, think of them as I use the term a lot, fun coupons. They're fun coupons. Don't you view them as money, because they're not. But they're your ticket to play something that you normally would not have played if you didn't have those fun coupons. All right. Obviously not financial advice, but just telling you guys my how I treat those in my bets as well. So, but the Yankees game, it's something where if you do have a strong inclination with a prop, there is something where within these games, for example, this one kind of correlates. If you think the Yankees are going to win, then the total probably is going to go over 8.5 as well. But that also applies to Baltimore. So kind of a little bit of a hedge, but sometimes where, like, for example, if we were taking a game such as the Royals and Athletics, we just talked about it. Okay, maybe not so many runs in that game. All right, the total is at 7.5. Taking the Royals minus 1.5 in that spot with a total at like 7.5. it kind of doesn't give you too much wiggle room. So that doesn't necessarily correlate as much. So if you're going to do same gamers, make sure it correlates. Otherwise, just bet them separate. And if you do bet them separate, you don't want to cancel yourself out and have to worry about that, because you'll probably lose both more times than you'll win both. But I'm taking both of these in the spot because they correlate. I may end up putting them together. Like I said, yesterday I was able to parlay all 4 of my picks as well. So it was a very strong day. So having a little bit more gas in the tank, so to speak, you can stack those units, or you can get a little bit more aggressive and start shifting your strategy and kind of, press on, if you will. So but that's how I'll be playing it. I'll probably stack them on top of each other. I'll probably divide this basically into 4 bets and just take the Yankees with the over in the same bet. Just kind of how I'm feeling. So appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, remember to subscribe. Head on over to excuse me. Wow, I need another sip. Cheers. Head on over to the Discord. Also, make sure you guys follow me on X. Handle is in the bottom left of your screen. And that's about it. So good luck on your picks. Have a great Tuesday, and we'll see you guys all tomorrow. Peace.